Hey, what's up, guys? David Glenn back for davidglennrecording.com and theproaudiofiles.com. This is episode 2 of the free A to Z music production series, and we're featuring my buddy Arthur G's song, Disguised Grace. We're going to be turning around a full radio version of this song, and you can go download the files every step of the way as we record the scratch track, the drums, the bass, the keys, everything. Go to davidglennrecording.com. There's a link in the description below, and you can download those, use them for your portfolio, your resume. Follow along as we produce this, do your own thing, and it's going to be a good time. So in the previous episode, we talked about Arthur, and he laid a quick scratch track for me, and he just kind of drove the acoustic the whole time. So in listening to it, I felt like he did a good job just kind of giving me the song and, handing it over, so to speak, giving me his baby. But now we're going to take and I'm going to re-record an acoustic and leave a little bit more room and give some gaps, give some room for interpretation, so to speak, as we move into the artist and producer interview coming up in episode 3. So we're going to have my buddy Vic Encarnacion, Neil Devereaux, Arthur is the artist, and then myself working together to produce this song for you. And every step of the way, we're going to release tutorials. So moving on, I'm going to actually create this playlist again. Let's come over here, and I'm going to try to track this scratch track on camera. If you guys are interested, I'm using the Universal Audio Apollo Twin Duo, and I'm running the acoustic mic through the API channel strip, a little bit of gain, a little bit of reductive EQ, cutting out everything below 100, a little bit more below 100. You guys can see those settings. Wanted a little bit more of the pick to string action at like 12K. And then I have the Studer because why not? It sounds great. Driven with the acoustic preset. Dialed that in really, really quickly. Wanted to get to this. So here we go. There's a click track in, and I'm just going to do my best to track a nice, smooth acoustic in tempo. And I think that chord progression is wrong. So let me come in here. It'd be a good example of how I would record myself. Let me hear that build. That chord right there is wrong. So I'm going to tab to transient. I'm going to hold Option on Pro Tools, and right before that build, I'm going to click, give myself a little pre-roll, mute that track again, and here we go. And that's not going to get me anywhere. So let's back up and give a little more pre-roll so I can figure out what I'm doing. Into the ground. Yeah. You disguise yourself in love. You disguise yourself in every part of me. All right, so now that I've kind of gone ahead and tracked a scratch track for us, I'm going to take a listen and kind of walk you through how I might prepare this for exporting, both for you guys and for my production team to give it a listen and review it before our meeting. So here is what I did, and I'm just going to kind of hit play and start pulling up some plugins, cleaning it up, doing a couple things to get it ready. I'm a big fan of committing as I go, and now keeping in mind this is just a scratch track. I want it to be easy to listen to. I don't want anything to pop out or be too distracting. So I'm going to hit play and just give it a quick listen. Get rid of that click track. Actually, I'm going to unarm it. Make sure, yep, so low latency monitoring. Turn that off, and then I'm going to do a little bit of, that was from the previous scratch track, which was, let's hear. The previous one. and just giving some, opening it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and actually do some processing. Let's throw a virtual mix rack, not really to mix it, but just to kind of get it in the ballpark of something sounding a little better. Right there might be a good spot to check the dynamics. Let's just highlight a little section. Okay, so you can see that 1176 is catching some of those peaks, and then we'll maybe back it off a little bit. Okay, bring a little body, a little sustain to it. Nothing crazy. Again, this is just a scratch track, and that might about do it for anything to that guitar. Okay, let's pull the vocal back up. Get rid of that pre-roll.
You knew my name before the world was made. You see all of me. You don't miss a thing. Yeah, your grace it sees the bruises, the hurt, the pain. It sees past everything. It digs deep down.
Okay, it's kind of an unfair situation here for the final output. So I'm going to come down and throw a couple plugins, just kind of create a quick mix bus.
It changes the way.
And add some stuff, maybe even revival again for the combo of the two.
It changes the way I see, I feel.
Like the way it brings the vocal forward. And then I'm going to go to, let's throw a couple of things on real quick that I know sound good, that I trust. Let's go to the LA2A Gray. I'm going to turn the peak reduction all the way down, bring the volume up a little bit with it.
It changes the way.
Okay. Top end's getting a little bit tight on me. Let's come in here with an EQ.
It changes the way I see, I feel. It makes me come alive, and still it ain't.
Okay, it sounds a little better, not quite so bright. Next up, I'm going to throw maybe just a limiter. Sure, why not? An L1.
It changes the way I see, I feel. It makes me come alive, and still it anchors me into the ground.
Okay, pulling that volume up quite a bit. I'm going to drop the main output for the video.
It changes the way I see, I feel. It makes me come alive, and still it anchors me into the ground.
A little bit of something in there. Okay, really this stuff is not that important, but I just want to clean it up. I've said that a couple times now. I'm going to throw it through the Studer. Let's go the UAD Studer. Give it a little character from this. Maybe pull up in a preset. Let's see, hi-fi. That sounds cool. Turn off the noise.
It changes the way I see, I feel. It makes me come alive, and still it anchors me into the ground.
Okay, that top end and the acoustics still kind of bothering me now that we got some compression on it.
It changes the way I see, I feel it makes.
Just want that out of the way so that the vocal can dominate. And then lastly, I'm going to throw on the maximizer here from Ozone. Just bring a little volume up. Turn on a couple of the trusty settings here.
It changes the way I see, I feel. It makes me come alive, and still it anchors me to the ground.
All right, so I was messing with these plugins and I had them on the master fader just a second ago, and I caught myself because I had this at what, -5, -10, something, whatever. But by dropping the signal on a master fader, you're actually pulling down the signal that goes into the plugins. So what I like to do is I like to create a stereo aux track and put all of the 2-bus processing on the aux track, because no matter what I have this set to, the levels come in full. But then on my master fader, using that for the video's sake, when I do tutorials, I have to drop it down to make sure that I don't clip. For whatever reason, I'm not a video guy, so I don't understand it. But I do that, and then I adjust it later. So anyways, a little rabbit trail there. But let's take another listen to what we have going on with the 2-bus here. I did a little bit of processing there, a little compression. Actually, no compression. This is for the character. Bringing the volume up. The Studer is for character. The Ozone is for the final output here.
You change every breath with a touch of the wind.
And I'm going to move that to the end because I still feel like the EQ is a little bit bright. So I'm going to come in here just to make sure.
You change every breath with a touch of the wind, and you overflow when I turn my back on you. Your grace, it sees the bruises, the hurt, the pain. It sees past everything it digs.
All right, guys. So a few rabbit trails in this one, kind of organizing the tracks for you, but maybe you got something from it. If you are still watching, go to theazseries.com and you're going to be able to download these tracks if you haven't done so already. Feel free to email me if you have any suggestions or questions, david@davidglennrecording.com, and tons more to come. In the next episode, we're going to be having the interview with myself, my team, the artist, and we're going to kind of map this out, get a game plan, and then we're going to work on improving the foundational track and then sending it off for drums. We're going to be doing some production, all kinds of great stuff to come. So thanks again for following the free A to Z music production series brought to you by davidglennrecording.com and theproaudiofiles.com. Thanks, guys.